These two people are both 26 years old and live in Denmark. Even though they both have to pack their bags, what they're packing for is very different. One is packing for work and one is packing for school. There are still a lot of people who see studying as a necessity in life. According to Statistics Denmark, more and more young people are choosing work instead of studying. But why? In the last 10 years, there has been a decrease of almost 20,000 students in the Danish higher education system. What happened? Should we be worried? Madsen is an associate professor in education studies at Aarhus University, specifically in higher education.
The number of students in higher education has decreased over the recent years because of a number of policy reforms that have been implemented in Denmark. Today, compared to 10 years ago in 2014, many areas of studies have reduced the number of students quite significantly because they are not allowed to enroll more students. Another reason is that there are fewer young people in society. So the youth cohorts have been declining, and that of course also means that the number of students in higher education has been declining.
Cut in studies and lack of young people are external factors. Sometimes it's internal factors, such as personal feelings. This is Sebastian. He studied politics and administration combined with social studies for 2 years, but he wasn't thriving at all. And after careful consideration, he decided to drop out and follow a different path.
I think I thought about quitting after third semester, but it was until fourth semester that I knew that this was not going to be what I wanted to do. I wanted to give university a second chance and probably also myself, see how far I could push myself. But there came a point where I knew that this was not going to be it. I didn't feel I had enough time for being me. I like working, I like the restaurant business, and I didn't have as much time for that either. So I really missed that, and that's probably also one of the reasons why I dropped out. I definitely talked to a lot of my friends in that regard. My father was also very supporting. He has always said to me that I had to be happy when I wake up in the morning, and there definitely came a time in my university experience where I wasn't happy about it. That's probably when I knew that this was not going to be it. But it was definitely my friends who gave me the courage to find my own way and find out what I wanted to do rather than what everyone else wanted me to do.
He's a person who really thinks about things before he does them, usually. So I knew that if he was planning on doing that, it was also because he knew that it was the right choice. When he started talking about quitting, we just talked about what it would mean and what could happen after and what are the opportunities to actually keep going, what would that be like, and how would I be able to help if he wanted to keep going. But other than that, just made sure he knew that it was going to be okay no matter what happened.
It is common knowledge that more education can increase a person's income. But the difference in income depends on the field of work. This statistic shows an average in income according to the education level.
Society definitely has pushed this idea that you have to study before you can get a real job and earn adult money, and it saddens me. I wouldn't say I'm treated differently when it comes to me not having an education. I feel like what I earn is a sign of how valuable my time is. That kind of says enough about how society treats me. I'm not sad or angry about it. I'm more disappointed that my time isn't put as valuable and that capitalism has such a big power over how society works in that regard.
One thing we do know about higher education and enrollment is that it's not equally distributed. So when fewer people enroll in higher education, it will probably also be a specific part of the population, namely those with the lower socioeconomic background. So I think that if the numbers continue decreasing, also more than what size of the youth cohort can explain, then it might be a sign of an increasing polarization or inequality in society, where education again becomes something for the more privileged young people in society. Since the decrease in enrollment in higher education is partly politically wanted, then I don't see it as a problem that we actually need to find a solution to. Then the solution would be to find different politicians.
Sebastian's plan for the future is to stay at Geduld and learn as much as possible. He has a lot of ladders to climb to become the best bartender he can ever be. He has some advice for people who struggle with their studies and consider dropping out of higher education.
My advice would probably be to listen to your friends, your parents, most importantly, listen to yourself, which can be very difficult to really know what you are feeling and how to then navigate in those feelings. I would also say don't quit too easily. Give yourself one more chance. You are more capable than you think. But if you have done that, then it's definitely okay to drop out.